Hey, this is Keith, LocalBizBuilders. This is the third video. The last one got kind of long, so I will try to keep this short. In the offline niche, um, and I addressed this in my long offline sucks rant, there is a tendency for us all at some point to go after clients like maybe the Florence Nightingale syndrome. We think we can help everybody, and it doesn't necessarily always work out. Many reasons, mainly because we're after money. Some of these clients can't pay, or at least they can't pay what we're worth. And anybody who's in the services business will attest to that. Another one of my businesses is an electrical contractor, and it's the same thing. I mean, there's different levels of who you go after and who your clientele is, and this revolves around your unique selling proposition and what separates you from the rest. For us, for most of us in the services-based business aspect of the offline area, web design, autoresponders, marketing, it's very easy to fall into a trap of just going for the easy money. But when you really stop and think about it, we tend to go the easy route, but it's really not all that easy. It takes just as much energy to land a larger client who has the money as it does to get the really, I'm talking real mom and pop type operation who doesn't really have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. Because if you did get the job, A, you're working for peanuts. B, usually those are the people, not all the time, but usually those are the same people who'll nickel and dime you. Excuse me. And by the time you're done, you've exhausted a lot of time and aggravation with changes. And by the time you're done, you don't make anything. And if you did it, you stop and think, it's like, wow, that really wasn't worth it. I'll never do that again. And you do. You go back right back to the same type of client. So, a part of offline domination is granted, I'm going to go over every aspect of the business, and a lot of it, and I think the most exciting part of it will be the out of the box area. And when I say out of the box, it's not necessarily maybe an accurate term, but it's things that are outside the service business, and it's closely tied. But in this video, anyways, I want to address a couple different things. One being the type of client you're after, and the second thing is, are you bringing in residual income? Meaning, month after month, you've got a specific dollar figure that's coming in. Now, I think this is the most important thing because that's money you can count on. I don't care if it's $100 or $5,000. It's money you can count on. And that goes a really long way. There's a couple different ways to do it without getting into the 8,000 techniques. For me, my biggest thing, excuse me, is hosting. I fought it for a long time, and I used to just direct people to my HostGator account and the reseller as an affiliate, and I'd get the quick $50. Yeah, that's good, but A, it takes like 30, 45 days before you get that. So I went out and I signed up for the smallest package available on the reseller account. And as it sits right now, I don't know, I got to sit in front of me so I don't forget. I've got 45 clients that pay for hosting every month. Now, I don't bill every month. I work it into the application so that it's a one-time yearly thing, and then I give them a 10% discount. I charge $12 a month, and then when they pay a year in advance, it's a 10% discount, so it works out to $122.40 a year. Now, I guess that's not so much residual income because it comes in every month, but it's residual income on a yearly basis. And, after my first 10 clients, it's pretty much paid for, actually less than that for the whole year. So, and that's guaranteed. I mean, as long as I keep them happy, they've got no need to change. They can do everything through their control panel. If I had a nickel for every client I've dealt with, that their previous webmaster actually set things up on their own individual account. So when I ask, all right, well, you can leave your hosting and I'll just go in and modify it. By the time I've gotten through to the webmaster, the previous one, well, it's on my account and I really don't want anybody to have an access and blah, blah. So fortunately, I get to take them and say, well, look, I'm going to give you hosting where you can do whatever the heck you want. If you don't want me to work on your website after, you can still have complete access and it has nothing to do with me. So that's kind of one of those advantages of having your own hosting account, and I really enjoy that. And I'm actually in the process of stepping it up. Right now I do it all manually, but if you use like HostGator, they have 1,000 programs and templates that you can use to get things up and running, and it pretty much handles everything, including the billing on a monthly basis if they so decided to pick that option. So that's a good residual income. Another one I do is maintenance. When I say maintenance, I charge them a certain fee to allow them to do updates on a monthly basis, and I charge based on a certain package. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I have my assistant do it, but it's pretty much up to them to send me information for me to put on the website. Now, 90% of the websites I do are all WordPress based, so they could do it themselves. And I have had a few people take me up on that they'll do it themselves. And part of my design package is I teach them how to do it. Granted, I spend maybe a half an hour with them, 45 minutes max. But there are some that do it. I've checked; they don't do it very often. So having that maintenance package really, each one will include X amount of hours of work, X amount of updates. It seems to work pretty well. I get about half to take me up on it. Then another form of the residual income, of course, would be things that are SEO based. And again, I have somebody that handles that for me, because you can't stress enough to them that SEO is not a one-time thing. It's something that takes time, and it takes months of work, and it's pretty much nonstop. Social media is another one. As far as residual income, I have my assistant. Actually, I don't make any money on it. I make maybe 25% because she does all the work, and I really don't want to be bothered with it. Our biggest seller is Facebook, and we'll go in, we'll set up a Facebook account. As far as a business page, we'll go out, we'll blast it to our list of local residents, which I do have a fairly large list, and get fans, gets updated on their Facebook, sometimes on your phone, depends on how they have it set it up, and it's up to the business owner to send her updates, and then she puts it right on. And we have a couple. It really works well for restaurants, very, very well, and we charge a fee for that as well, and that's residual.